Welcome back, traveler. Last time, Julian Mantle uncovered the secret of Kaizen, the power of becoming just a little better each day. He faced the sacred wrestler, he witnessed impossible strength, and he took his first step toward transformation. But one mystery remained unsolved. The giant possessed unimaginable power, yet wore only a thin pink cable. Why? The answer would reveal the true nature of discipline.
Curious, Julian could not stop thinking about the wrestler. The giant possessed unimaginable strength. He towered over the valley. He radiated power. But something felt strange. Why would such a powerful being wear only a thin pink cable? The question followed Julian long after the giant disappeared into the mist. Finally, he turns toward the elder monk. "Master, why the cable?" The monk smiles. "Because most people spend their lives admiring strength without ever asking how it was built." And with those words, the real lesson finally begins.
The monk picked up a single strand. "Tell me, Julian, what happens if I pull this apart?" "It breaks," Julian replied. The monk nodded. "One strand is weak, almost useless, but strength is never created from a single strand." He pointed toward the workers nearby. "Watch carefully. 1 becomes 2, 2 become 10, 10 become 100, and eventually something impossible is born." Julian watched as the lesson slowly unfolded before his eyes.
The monk placed the rope aside. "Now tell me, Julian, when does strength begin?" Julian searched for the answer. The monk pointed toward life itself. Strength begins with a single choice. 1 page read, 1 promise kept, 1 morning awakened early, 1 extra effort when nobody is watching. Each action seems small, almost invisible, but every action adds another thread, and over time, those threads become the cable. For greatness is rarely built in dramatic moments. It is woven quietly. The monk looked toward Julian. "Do you know why discipline is difficult? Because nobody can see it while it is being built. No crowds, no applause, no recognition. Only repetition. 1 workout, 1 practice session, 1 extra hour. Again and again. Most people see the finished result, but they never witness the thousands of invisible moments that created it. The cable grows silently, long before anyone notices its strength." The monk looked toward Julian. "There is another force you must understand. The enemy of discipline." Julian expected to hear about a monster, a demon, an obstacle. But the monk shook his head. "No, the enemy is comfort. A few extra minutes of sleep, a task postponed, a promise delayed. Comfort rarely attacks, it simply whispers, and little by little, it weakens the cable." The monk looked toward Julian. "Every day, 2 battles take place. One person chooses comfort, another chooses discipline. At first, their lives look exactly the same. One day passes, then another, then another. The difference remains invisible, but slowly, the gap begins to grow. One becomes stronger, one becomes weaker, and neither realizes it is happening. Because destiny is rarely created in a single day. It is created daily." Julian finally began to understand. The cable was never about clothing.
It was about construction. Every promise kept, every temptation resisted, every difficult task completed. Each became a strand, and together, those strands became strength. The wrestler was not strong because of the cable existed because he was strong. And suddenly, the symbol made perfect sense.
The monk looked toward Julian. Now you understand the cable, but understanding is not enough. Knowledge changes nothing. Action changes everything. For the first time, Julian stopped searching for answers and began building his own cable. Not through grand promises, not through dramatic change, but through a single decision to begin.
And so, the mystery of the pink cable was finally solved. Julian had discovered that true strength is woven one choice at a time. But as the ancient story continued, another mystery quietly emerged. For if the wrestler possessed such extraordinary strength, why did he suddenly fall? And what secret waited inside that fall? I shall return soon, traveler. Until then, sleep peacefully.